ending that stream then?
I am. I will post the link on Classroom. If you can't get it, listen up. If you cannot get it on YouTube normally, going through this link on Classroom might work. Okay,
Wait,
that's
why
not
does it say
me.
set reminder?
Because he has it set for an
it's
intermission
restricted
start
for
at
me
9.
too.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
I'm
I'm
on
gonna set a
a
reminder.
mobile device. It's restricted.
Ah, shoot. That's good for you.
How do you do that?
Okay, why is this live stream literally the same link?
Delicious.
You could probably.
Definitely not it. Yes, it's fine.
I can't
Dude, it
talk.
was so funny. He just started and
I can
just,
see that one.
when I was getting my Chromebook, this one.
The technical parts and
Oh, literally.
There goes City.
He's holding his like energy drink with his sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Just
No
walking
way.
in
That
school,
can't
he's
be
like,
right.
I was
Today?
like, yes. And I was like,
I kinda wanna make a sound.
wait, he got
just like
suspended?
I thought so.
No, he's here.
Well,
Here we go. That's what I
Well,
want.
I heard it slightly.
All right, so I'm gonna post this to Classroom. See if you can access it from there.
ah.
Too cute for you, Shelby.
It's on Classroom.
Is this another stream?
Click that. Yep. It's my second attempt.
Also, my phone keeps
Oh,
dying. Really
if you
fast.
click the notification thing by your
Oh my gosh,
account
the
thing,
quality's
then you can
top.
see the
I gave you a
notifications.
like.
Video unavailable, videos restricted, must be approved to view.
Yep, it's.
Yeah, it's doing that for me too, and I'm on my phone.
Awesome. All right. Well, this is why we're doing these things, right?
I'm still
So I'll
here.
talk to the tech office and have that fixed for you guys, and then we'll attempt this sometime again. All right. So, can everybody leave a comment on this video in Google Classroom? Do that now, please.
Of course I can.
And then you don't have to worry about your names because your names are signed into Google Classroom, and then you can just leave a comment that you are there. Yeah,
You
do
should
that.
have like a word that we all have to type.
Ooh, make up a word. Let's do a word. I'll edit it. The secret word.
The secret
What's the
word.
secret word?
Chicken.
Pineapple.
Chicken.
I need a better one. How about
Lugubrious.
Corona 2020?
Corona 20.
Alright.
Corona 20.
Synergy.
Someone needs to shut up, please.
You know, only the old people and the nicotine fiends are gonna die from the coronavirus.
That's not how that works, actually. Actually, the coronavirus is 10 times more deadly than the flu, at least, and many more times more contagious. So no, it's a serious thing. You guys need to stop joking about it in a way that, like, dehumanizes it.
So why did we make it our secret word?
Joking about it in a way that dehumanizes it is a different thing, right?
It's not human.
Only old people are gonna die from it. That's no.
It's not.
Yeah, someone called
First
it
of all,
corona.
wrong. Second of all, not that
Tom
funny.
Hanks is gonna die.
It's Tom. He's already in recovery.
Ooh, 8 class comments. Nice. All right.
And his wife.
Corona 2020 is the secret word
I
for
don't
today.
feel like commenting.
Look at mine.
But like,
Got
if you
one.
joke about it.
Everybody got a
There's difference between joking about it and joking about it in a dehumanizing way. Like, only old people are gonna die about it. Who cares about them?
I
Right?
didn't say
That's
who
not
cares
funny.
about them.
Right? You didn't say that.
No,
I know you
like,
didn't.
if I get it, it's
Joking way from-
Yeah.
Mine's still unavailable.
The video?
That's fine, mine.
Because we know the video's unavailable. Yeah, you need to
If
go
I
on
got
Classroom.
diagnosed with it, I would just.
So go on Classroom. I'll post the link here every day if we do this, right? That way you know where to go. But ideally, having it on YouTube would be a good idea. Also, being able to do it on your phone might be a little more easier. If I have any like worksheets or notes to give you, I'll upload them to here as best I can without access to a copier or a nice scanner. Okay. Homework turn in. Do we know how to turn in homework on Google Classroom?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Do I need to go over it?
No.
We're sure.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Then we'll do homework turn in on Google Classroom. If you can't figure out that, email it to me, etc., etc. You know me, I don't give a lot of homework, but I probably will post like things that we go through in class, right? Which I call worksheets, and I want to give you credit for. So that'll be the plan there. Nice. I'm getting tons of notifications on my phone. I can't wait to do this. This is gonna be so much fun. But yeah, I'll bring this home in this, and I'll use my nicer computer, and I'll make sure we have a nicer mic quality than what you're hearing on my regular recordings. Okay?
House party and FaceTime each other.
That's
Oh
right.
my
Yep.
God, do it.
We can celebrate Pi Day together. That's tomorrow.
Let everyone be talking.
Wait, tomorrow's Pi Day. Can we bring in food?
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Oh.
Oh, got him. You guys were so eager to respond. Hi. Oh no. Thank you. How'd you know it was mine? Could have been anyone's. You're so smart. Thank you. All right. What a legend. All right.
It smells like Jolly Ranchers.
Stop copying.
Wow.
It smells like
It does smell like something.
Hi, Derek Mackin.
Yeah, is that you?
That was.
No, we're using hand sanitizer.
Yeah, but does it smell like Jolly Ranchers?
Mine is blue
You know what's-
raspberry.
you know what's
Yep, that's it. That's it.
You know what's weird?
When I can smell it, you know it's bad. I have no sense of smell.
Mine is sweet cinnamon pumpkin.
All right, so
Mine
that's
is
the deal.
very
Is everybody cool with how this is gonna work? Sign in on here. Leave the secret word. Go on the live stream and watch it. If for some reason you can't make the live stream, for whatever reason, okay? You can watch it because it uploads automatically to YouTube later, okay? It might take like an hour for it to upload, but it will be on there, okay?
Wait, are you gonna make them like early in the morning?
Well, my plan is to figure out what time we can all meet that makes sense. If we're gone, we don't have to meet at 8. We can do something that works for teenagers, like start classes at 10.
I wake up at
Right?
8 regardless.
No, I'd rather have.
I mean,
See,
so do I.
Like, I was kind of thinking that it would like go in order for
That's
your
what I
classes
was
throughout the whole
thinking.
day.
And so what I would do is I would start classes at 10 instead of at 8, and then we do 45 minutes starting at 10. Does that make sense? So you get out of school later in theory, but you would also start later, which means you could sleep in, which I think would be a benefit to us all. Nolan's already getting excited. He's like, this is my
Some people
favorite.
sleep until like
Right.
2. And
Yeah, I know. We're not doing that,
I
okay?
don't know how I think.
I sleep at 9.
I sleep until like 12.
But we will discuss this, okay? In the event this happens, okay?
I mean, I wake up. I don't know. I can't.
So that is the plan. We're gonna find out how the administration wants to handle this in the coming days, right? We're gonna have that meeting or whatever with everybody. All right, shut up and listen. So we're gonna find out how the administration wants to handle this in the coming days. Shut up and listen, Zed. We're going to find out how the administration handles this in the next coming days or so, right? We're gonna have that meeting with everybody, and we're gonna figure out what e-learning will entail for this specific school. But I guarantee the plan that they have there is probably not as robust as mine, even though mine is not very unique, right? I'm guessing they're going to say teachers will figure it out. There will be a thing that you can do to log on. Here's how to get on YouTube, and that'll be it. Does everybody have a camera like me? No. Does everybody have microphones or sound knowledge like I do from being a past musician? No. So the quality of those things is gonna suck. But for me, I can promise you it will be better than those things. Will it always be good? I don't know, right? But it will always be better, and you will be able to do this, okay? So,
Really miss Melissa Landers.
that's how we're gonna get this done.
I just sent it to you.
If you have any questions about how this is gonna work, or if you're at home and everybody's, you know, the coronavirus is hit, and you're at home and you're like, oh my god, I can't figure out how to get on, please send me an email. Does everybody know my email?
Yes.
Awesome.
Like on the weekends,
I'm
we
gonna
don't
do
have
the
to do
same
anything,
at
right?
home with my sister.
Yeah, I'll just DM you on Insta.
You can DM me on Insta as well.
We still don't have school on the weekends, right?
I don't know what the plan is, but probably not.
Flavored lemon.
Wait,
What?
so
You left me an open.
Oh my god, calm down. Do you think we're gonna have school on the weekends? What's the likelihood of that?
no.
Very, very small. So when I tell you I don't know, it's because I don't know, not because I'm hiding something. Okay? And I would never lie to you, so I wouldn't say, of course not, if I don't know.
I need
right?
socialization.
Alright,
Like,
Zed,
I'm
you're
gonna
being
go
my treat.
I think it might be good for you. Alright, so,
to go crazy.
no, it might be good for you to have some space. Alright, so,
Yeah, I'm gonna miss.
at least good for some people. Anyway, so that's the plan. Do we have any questions? I feel like this is very, very simple, but I might be overestimating your understanding.
No, that's
All the
fine.
people around
Yeah,
make
I
fun of
understand.
me, like I
So
still need
tell us like
them.
when we're gonna do a live stream.
Yeah, so we'll decide that ahead of time, the schedule. Right now, the plan is we're just gonna have it scheduled the same time that class would begin, and I think that makes sense. If we want to change that, and that's possible, we will. I don't wanna get too far ahead of this, cause I have to wait for the administration, I wanna tell you something, and then say, no, you have to meet at 8 o'clock, right? Personally, you know I do not care what time we start, right?
So are
Cause
we-
it does not matter. Yeah.
We just gonna do it like.
Not like we have to get dressed.
Like,
You just say.
there's a geometry class like 4 hours or something.
Kylie Jenner.
Do you do those two, like the one live stream? and
Ooh,
then
that's a
one
great
both
question.
classes?
All right, so here's a thought, right? Since I teach geometry for most of my classes except for 2, what if I taught them all at once at a certain time,
That's what I
right?
was just like.
That's a possibility. Now, we can try that if things get too chaotic where it's like 20 billion people are like sending messages and asking questions instead of whatever, we can make it smaller. But in theory, right, if we can do it all at once, it would save you a lot of time. The problem with that is that if we don't go on a bell schedule, right, if I decide, hey, we're gonna do all geometry at 10 o'clock, right, and everybody else is going by the bell schedule, that's gonna screw over people that don't have my class at 10, right? So that's the other issue with trying to start later. If everybody doesn't start later, then it might screw you over. Or you could watch the stream later and leave a comment. I don't know, right? Personally, I don't care about the attendance stuff. You know I don't, right? I just care that you learn this crap. The problem is that none of you are responsible enough if I just say, hey, watch the stream whenever you want, right? It's recorded live to YouTube. None of you guys will do that, and you'll end up bombing these tests, and you'll blame someone other than yourself, because that's what you do every single time, right? So, we're going to wait and see on that one. Cool. Awesome. Any more questions on this? No? We're golden, Gucci, great, fantastic.
What about like little kids?
Like how that's going to work?
Yeah. What
So here's the thing, I do care about that, and I think about that from an administration standpoint, but since I can't do anything about it, it's kind of wasted my brain power.
Yeah.
But if I were running the world, I could tell you how I do it. But like, then we wouldn't have this issue with coronavirus to begin with, right?
I wish Mr.
That
Ernst
sucker
would have
was
just gone through with his
really
plan,
nasty.
and then we wouldn't have to be worrying about any of this.
what stuff he's on.
Yeah. Remember, he has a full plan for taking over the world.
Mr. Ernst?
Oh.
Yeah.
So much gas and lipstick.
If your plan for taking over the world doesn't include starting a rebellion against yourself secretly, overthrowing yourself secretly under a different name, and then being elected the leader because you were the leader of that rebellion, then your plan is bad. Because people will eventually overthrow you if you're a dictator. But if you're the elected leader of the
No.
resistance, everybody will
No,
love you.
his is to gain, like, trust in the government, and then.
Yeah,
and then
okay. Yeah.
become
Step
a-
one, gain
become
trust
a
in the
select
government.
One is taking over education. He's still on
Yeah.
step one.
Yeah.
No,
Strong plan. Strong plan.
No, you don't understand.
Step one, win.
And then he's gonna become like that designated survivor, and then he's gonna make someone hijack a plane, crash it into Congress, and kill them.
I forgot about that part.
That's like the darkest part.
This sounds like a really terrible plan.
And then he's gonna be the dictator.
Wow.
Hello, Mr. Ernst. He's gonna be the only one left who's ever listened to that.
Wow. What a great plan.
It made fun of me
Mr.
because
Mack,
people called me out for not being able to back up
Did
what I
that
say.
paper go in?
What are we talking about?
The one that I gave you in homeroom yesterday.
I don't know, but it's in my bin if you gave it to me, so you're good.
Contradiction one.
Okay, listen. I have graded millions of assignments, it feels like, in the last 2 days alone. This is 2 days worth, not yesterday's, just 2 days of assignments. That's all paper, okay? So, do I remember your one specific assignment that you may or may not have turned in? No. Hopefully you do, and you
I
remember
gave
that
it to
you.
you yesterday.
Okay, great. Did you put it in that bin?
I gave it to you.
Awesome. And did I put it in that bin?
I have no idea.
Awesome. It's fine if you gave it to me, okay? It'll be in. Did you actually give it to me and write your name on it? That is yet to be seen.
Yes.
Okay, well, we can pray.
My dad's teacher was
So that's the deal. The plan for next week, curriculum-wise, like what we're getting into. I'm debating between these two things. How many juniors do I have in here? 0? Okay, I think most of my classes have no juniors. Is Chance a junior?
No.
Okay, you're a junior, right? And Jenna, is she a senior or junior? Senior. Okay, so you two are seniors. So I think it's just you and Chance for the juniors.
Chance,
I think. Munty, or is Chance is a senior? Okay, so you might be my only junior. What other weird situations? May is a sophomore, and Nancy's a sophomore, correct? Okay, all right. That takes care of my foreign exchange, I think, right? Okay. Yeah, I think you are the only junior. Nancy's a junior? Okay. No, I think she's a sophomore. I think she's likely a sophomore. Are you taking the SAT this year? You are. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Depending on which fork of the tree I decide to go down, and ideally I would like to go down the one that naturally comes next after what we do, right? But because testing is coming up soon for SAT, I also want you to be prepared for any geometry problems that might be on there. And almost always they're including something about quadrilaterals, which is silly because what is a quadrilateral? Lateral means side, right? Quad means 4. So it's any 4-sided shape. Now here's the deal.
They can't be rounded.
Guess what? You don't know about quads yet, but I bet if I did this, you'd know exactly what they are.
Shared side.
There's 2 triangles there. Literally all quadrilaterals are 2 triangles put together,
That's a parallelogram.
right? No, you don't know that. No parts are labeled, okay? But
It looks like
10 points to Gryffindor for trying. All right, so this thing right here is a quadrilateral. It can divide up into triangles, right? So think about it. How? Don't do that in my classroom. No way. Don't make us sick. Don't infect us. All right.
I
No more sneezing.
I left.
All right.
I left.
Left?
Left.
Two parallels
she got
by a transversal.
This is taking too long. All right, so what do you think the sum of the internal angles of a quadrilateral are? We know for a triangle it's 180, right?
360.
Why do you think it's 360?
Because there's 2 triangles.
All right, so we have this angle here this angle here and this angle here, whatever they are, they're going to add to 180, right? Right? Whatever they are going to add up to 180. And whatever these angles are going to add up to 180. Well, that's unfortunate. These angles are going to add up to 180. What we want to know is, what are the angles here, 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 and here going to add up to? Well, aren't these angles the same? Right? And these two put together and these two put together, right? Well, we know that the sum of these two plus this equals 180, right? And we know the sum of these two plus this equals 180. So if we know that these are going to be equal to 180 when you sum them together with this, and these are going to be equal to 180 when you sum them with this, we know that these two put together and these two put together plus this is all going to equal the total sum, right? If I add all these individually up, it's going to be the same as if I added them up like this. Let me say it again. If I add these up individually, black plus black plus black plus green plus green plus green, I get 360, right? If I add them up together by angle addition postulate, aren't the black and the green going to make the red angle? Aren't the black and the green going to make the red angle? So when I add red plus red plus red plus red, what I'm really doing is adding black plus green plus black plus green plus black plus green, right? And what did I say that would equal? 360, right? So all the red angles summed up, right? Those will also add to 360. Do we know that these angles are bisected? No, we don't know that, right? But all we know is that they do add up to 360. So yes, the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral will always be 360 because you have two triangles inside it, okay? So here's my take. I could spend time going to quads, and it would be a little out of order of what I want to do. And it would help you a little bit on the SAT. But I also know you're clever enough to think of triangles. And I think you'll be okay if you can break it down into triangles. And if you need help with that, I'm working on it with my basic geometry class because they're almost all juniors. I can give you material for that too. Is Autumn Storm, is she a junior?
Yeah.
Okay, so you and Autumn then, okay? I'll get you basic geometry stuff, that way you're good to go on this, okay? It's not hard, it's just not what I want to teach next. I think it'd make more sense to go on to the next logical thing. I'm still debating which one's more logical, to go on to circles or go on to trigonometry, and I think it's going to be to do both at the same time.
What's trigonometry?
So trigonometry is the study of triangles, mostly right triangles.
It's everything that everyone's been telling me.
So,
So what we've already been doing.
everybody that's been whining about that from other classes never had me as a geometry teacher. This will be one of the easier things we do all year.
Really?
Okay? The hardest thing for them was trig. The hardest thing for you guys will be proofs, hands down.
Wait.
Okay?
There's
So,
no proofs in trigonometry.
There is, but not nearly as much. It's
I can't
trigonometry.
talk.
It's mostly number math.
Can have your
Algebra.
secret
Yes, I
Okay.
I like that.
chicken.
No calculators needed. And here's why. Because what we're going to do is going to require like really weird numbers, right? It's going to be long, non-repeating numbers, so irrational numbers. And I would rather you not type that into a calculator. I'd rather you just circle your answer when you're done. So you're going to have an answer that looks like a bunch of letters put together with a number at the end, and then you're just going to circle that. If you type that in your calculator, you're going to get some decimal, which means you have to round. And my opinion on rounding is this. If you don't mind rounding your answer, then you don't need an exact answer, right? So why not just circle the answer before you put it in the calculator? You see what I'm saying? So, let's do this. Pi, okay? Because it's Pi Day tomorrow. Okay? You could plug that in like Bo is doing, right?
That's all.
And you could write down 3.1415, right? And you could round it. But your answer's less right than my answer. Because if this is my answer, that's exactly pi, isn't it?
Yeah.
And isn't this answer an estimation? And unless you're Bo, you have to plug that into a calculator to figure out that far, right? So here's my thought. Why do more work to plug it into a calculator to get a less right answer? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you know the answer's pi, write pi.
3.141.
Okay, yeah, but why work harder and have to type it in a calculator to round if you don't mind rounding? Why not go with the exact answer, right? If you don't mind rounding, the exact answer is great, right? If you need an estimation, the exact answer is perfect. If you need an estimation, right? If you don't need an estimation, you don't care about it, well then even better, right? There is no reason to ever round pi. Just leave it alone. And we're going to have stuff like that pop up when we do triangles and circles. Just don't touch it, right? If the answer is pi times 2, don't tell me it's 6.2830, right? Don't do that. Here's the answer if pi is times 2. 2 pi. Okay? So we're not going to be using calculators because calculators actually require more work. You would have to type it in. I would rather you just circle it. Now you might have something like this. Right? 2 pi minus 3, and that's about 3, right? I don't care. Circle it. Right? What is 2 pi minus 3? It's 2 pi minus 3. We're going to be okay with circling answers like that. Whatever double pi is minus 3, that's the answer. So yeah, no calculators. Obviously you can use them at home if you want, but it's not going to make a difference. Why type that in and get an estimated answer when you can get the exact one by circling it, okay? So that'll be what happens. Obviously you can use calculators at your home when coronavirus is hit, but it's not going to help you, right? I don't know. Welcome to geometry. You could have used calculators on quiz 1.
Wow.
Exactly, right? My no calculator rule means that you don't like try to use calculators on something like this, right? It's not because I'm a jerk, it's because you literally do not need them. Not because I don't think you need them, but because what are you going to do, right? Same thing with the stuff we're about to do, even though it does include numbers, okay? And I'm not sure where I'm going to go with that. I'm going to decide that over the weekend and figure out what I need to do. But that will be the plan, as they say. Am I still live? I am. No, I'm not. Okay. So that's that on that. Does anybody have any more late work they need to get to me that I can grade over the weekend and get that taken care of? Grades will officially lock on Tuesday, I believe is the plan now, and that's what we'll do. Do I want you doing retakes on Monday? Oh my God, no. Do not plan on that.
I have this one, but I haven't had time to watch the video yet.
Okay, then get that to me by the end of today.
When am I supposed to watch the video?
That's 5 minutes done.
Oh no, guess I can't go to student council.
Oh no.
Wait,
There's a
what?
student council?
Yeah.
Who runs student council?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. She would. Okay.
Really doesn't care.
That makes sense.
It's not like I go.
The dynamic duo.
I don't go because I'm busy doing
No,
math.
I just haven't experienced.
Yeah, that's good.
Why are you doing math on Fridays? Oh,
You
quizzes.
have quizzes.
Yeah.
I hate
Also, what do you guys think?
so
Okay,
loud.
also, opinion time. So my original thought was this, and it totally makes sense, right? You're gonna go turn in your quiz on a Friday, which means you have to walk to the back bin. You're gonna see that sign up there with all the homework on it, and you're gonna think, Fridays are when we turn in homework. I literally just walked to the bin where we put in homework. That will remind me to turn in my homework, right? You don't need the homework anymore because we're done with the quiz, right? So now would be the perfect time to turn it in. But here's the problem. None of you guys remember. And then I go over on the weekend and I grade it all, and you come back, oh my God, I have zeros and everything. And it's like, yeah, did you turn it in? No, Mr. Mack, it's not fair.
You told us we could turn the last ones in on Tuesday.
I know, but the rest of it?
Did I
Right?
turn in all that
Any other
stuff?
time ever from the beginning of the year? I mean, I'm getting warm-ups from January from some of you, okay? So, which is fine, because I don't want to grade your life skills. But here's an idea. What if we did turn in on Mondays?
Yeah.
Would you rather do that?
No.
Okay,
So we have
we'll
to
do that.
begin to work on it.
Sure, we'll do that.
But like,
But then that means I have to wait another week to grade your stuff, because I can't grade during the week. We've seen how disastrous that is. It does not work. I cannot run a class and do all of this at the same time. It's just not possible. All right, so Mondays.
Can we play charades for the last 5 minutes?
Yep,
can we study for
I'm giving a
Espanol?
speech in my head.
you can do whatever you want.
Oh.
Who am I?
Stop!
Taylor?
So
Okay,
rude.
got him.
I don't do that. I literally don't do that, and I have that.
That's so mean. I don't do that either. Yes, you do.
Who am I?
Good.
That's me.
That's good, right? Look, I want to take a picture of it.
Okay, that's just during lunch though. But like,
Like,
look.
That one's actually a nice photo of Katie. What are you talking about?
Wait, and it's happening.
This is literally all she does, right? Am I right?
Look at Bergie. I took that yesterday.
Stephanie Berglund.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, this is why she's mad at me. I just took the picture. You're the one sharing it
Wow.
with everyone.
Literally the worst human beings on this earth.
She laughed.
You.
not work.
That's
Love
what I'm
that
talking
lady.
Right.
Look at when you look at her
It's not
coronavirus,
really
don't
good.
it works on me.
The red Ojo, Lasteja,
Why are we on the test for SLR for the
Oreja, Lanoriz, Los Labios,
Wait, I want to do it. Wait.
Wow. No one has ever done it before. You want to give your speech in front of a little class? Or practice? Ooh, that's good. That's what I'm gonna look when I'm sitting in my house eating pasta trying to survive. Not a ton. You wanna try it?
No.
You sure?
Let's give it to you.
Okay, all right, everybody be quiet. I'm going to listen to her speech. All right, be quiet enough where I can hear Michaela.
Michaela, do your speech. We won't judge.
We're here to support you. We love you.
But it's traumatizing enough to do it once.
Okay, well, what would you like to do?
I'd like to give it to just you.
Okay, no one else pay attention.
Everyone talk.
Everyone plug in your ears.
Guys. Can you move your chair right
I can move my chair right.
He said the price
From
would
the
get you
Lara.
down, and he said
You
a
know,
human
see,
slave
the
costs
Yasa is trying to make fun of my sister.
Yeah. The human slave cost
That
equivalent to like
is
$90.
a
Or she's like,
That's hilarious.
compared per element to how much a slave costs.
And then I show people French fries and I say, how many of you,
She said she
or
like,
how many of you have eaten
the element costs like $90, which is equivalent to how much it is to buy a human slave.
You know how to define fast food and
Wait,
what
what?
is fast food? Fast food.
She brought in slaves into her elements.
Is
Michaela.
prepared in quantity by standardized
Chemistry.
to be dispensed to
My 20-year-old's
I have a question. Fast food restaurants are usually distinguished by having a drive-through, but there are many harmful ingredients in fast food that lack the nutrients. And you can see by these graphs that it affects negatively almost every part of your body. Two of the chemicals found in fast food are
metallic
silicon dioxide,
Sharpie?
which is another
I mean, if it is, it'd probably be in here, maybe this. I think it's as close as I got.
Speaking of no nutritional value, from the book Fast Food Nations, halfway through a call where it's talking about diseases, it says, behind them lies a simple explanation for why eating a hamburger can make you ill. There is SHIT.
Barfing
Leftover,
Everyone pull out your
animal
hand
parts are blended.
So precious.
Everyone pull out your hand
Leftover
sanitizer.
blended, like,
Please.
to make them
Taylor, pull out your
cheap
hand
food,
sanitizer.
so
How are you telling
and a team of
Should we all put it on?
biologists at Holland University.
Hold on.
I want more hand sanitizer. Mine's I'll get hands up and then I'll give you some.
Soda fountain dispensers had fecal bacteria in them, so not only did they make they're also getting in your
Mine's like
and
halfway
these
there.
animals have
I know it smells good.
So here's my
Ew,
poster on
did
my
you
menu
read my
of these are things
I
you
just
find
got
at
hand
fast food
sanitizer.
restaurants and how they're killing you. Now I'm going really fast. A triple cheeseburger slice you can find this at Burger King, and it has the amount
Let's
of
avoid
like,
it.
You can smell my hands from
of
here.
vanilla ice cream.
Ban Corona
You're
2020.
supposed to have in a day.
Oh my god.
The next one is Italian sub, which causes some
Remember when Charlotte was being
because it's high in fat
you
and
talking about her
saturated.
conversation?
And then the next thing is surprise pizza salad. It can be found from Chipotle, and it's 106% of your revenue.
Yellow.
And then there's one chili cheese tots from Sonic with 960 calories and the caffeine calories
Wait, no, wait.
double the amount of soda that you're supposed to have. 1% of sugar.
Taylor, are you passing out on your
Next is
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. We
at
did
high
this
temperatures
video, so.
and fast food restaurants cook it at very high temperatures, like.
Okay, better kind of smells like.
And it's also full of saturated fats, sugar, and sodium, like all
I
this
know.
stuff.
I know it smells like that.
The last thing is big breakfast, which can be found at McDonald's, and it is 1,350 calories. And 90 calories are from fat, which is 120%. It smells like butter popcorn. 69% of it is cholesterol and
Remember we were in the haunted house and she kept saying we're going the way we were going through the walls. Remember when we were supposed to go through the big suction and we just sat there because we were supposed to go through the door?
I don't know if you're gonna like this.
Japanese one-third of them are overweight. The most obese country
And then like the other group behind us passed
74.6% of them are and
Wait, can we do this? Oh, that was very nice today. I love your outfit.
the reason it fast food causes obesity is because it's high in calories and fat, but also it lacks nutrition, so it's
We're being so shocked. We're always been yelling at
going home more and you're still hungry.
Look at how you fit. Can you teach
And now
me?
these graphs are
I was
showing
like,
you
what is
that
this?
like what percent of certain
I know.
We ran into so many things.
fast food.
And then the one person on the screen. Remember when the guy broke character because he was mad mine because they were letting her fall too quickly.
I also put on my hours.
How do you know?
Oh, that's a good idea. Back to what?
I'm studying.
And he gained 24 pounds in 30 days, and his body mass
Guys, I
increased
made a
by
quiz list for
13%.
our Spanish.
His cholesterol increased from whatever it was in it originally, but it increased to 200.
Love protein, no point about
He was also experiencing depression and mood swings, and he had a fat limit. To counteract what he did in his body in his 30 days, he had to go on a vegan diet, and it took 14 months to return to where he was after only 1 month.
I know.
The least healthy are the sonic blasts, which have 93 grams of fat, which is the equivalent of 28
That's
They have
good.
1,780 calories.
You don't even know what
No, I haven't studied.
Dessert. And Quiznos regular Italian meatball sub, which has 630 calories, 20 grams of fat, 2,320 milligrams of sodium, which is how much you're supposed to have in a day,
some white
and
wrap.
78 carbs. And the last, one of the least healthy items at fast food restaurants is rice.
What if it's worth like 5?
Which has 1,420 calories, 107 grams of fat, and only 77 grams of fat is recommended for
Not
beginners.
literally wrapper. I thought you meant like.
And the healthiest fast food items are the egg white grilled at Chick-fil-A, which has 300 calories and 7 grams of fat, and 26 grams of protein. And Subway's veggies without cheese, which has 200 calories and 280 grams of sodium.
Oh my God.
And then I tried to say, okay, I didn't make 2 minutes at home. Stop showing up. I don't know why. And I'm gonna be even more nervous than
I was telling you.
So, Michaela, yeah, I think now you can't worry about the time. You just got to worry about doing a good job. The time's gonna be what it is. You know what I mean? That's not gonna be something you can change. You're gonna be okay though. You really will. You really will. You did a good job.
This man.
Why?
I was coming to get my charger.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Later. My first and last name, it's the orange icon, not the one where I'm wearing a jersey that looks like this. Okay?
Why they got Yeah, happy you
You
guys.
see Kenny fixing his gym shot?
So I'm gonna go test live stream period 3, today's date. I always did all my videos, and then I also have the period as like P3 or P4 or whatever, right? For you guys, it's P3. And then I usually try to base it on what we're learning. So like when we were doing Sevian's proofs, right? It was like Sevian's proofs part 5 and all that stuff, right? It went with that worksheet. I'll do the same thing in the event. I am live.
It says live now.
It says you're live right now.
It says I'm live right now. Now I'm live. And there should be a stream actually going to it. Okay. I was like prepped live. You know what I mean? Like it was gonna be on soon, so you should be able to hear me. Yep. So that's what you're hearing. So that's what Alex is hearing. Right. Find that now. Turn on your volume. Be obnoxious. So make sure you're there. Please like and subscribe, but mostly subscribe. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So Mr. Schaefer subscribed.
I've been subscribed.
Which is a problem now. Now they know I make these videos and they can watch what I do to you guys in class. Yikes. There's evidence.
Yeah, you got 3 dislikes and 1 like.
Yeah, I know. Sucks to suck. So, but anyway, subscribe. Get yourself subscribed. That way you get a notification. Click that bell, right? Click that bell. Get a notification when I go live. Because here's the thing. Ideally, and I don't know how this is going to work, okay? Because again, I'm just running the show right now. Ideally, how this will work is if we don't have to have class at 10 o'clock, we could have it a little bit later, right? The problem with that is that if every other teacher's like, we're going to run on the bell schedule, then whoever doesn't have my class at 10 will kind of be screwed, right?
have to talk louder and louder because then
Exactly, yeah.
That was your 100th subscriber.
Oh, that's amazing. For my 100th subscriber, I give you this. You win a pencil.
Who liked it?
Dislike.
Cherish it. All right, so, whoa! All right, so, I love this. You ever seen the Talking Carl video? I'll show you the Talking Carl. Remind me of that, Talking Carl. All right, so everybody's in? Awesome. Can you leave a comment?
Finish it. Yeah.
That would be great. Hopefully it's your school email that you're logged in with, right? Everybody is, so I should be able to identify who you are. That's excellent. Have to create a what? To leave a comment? Okay, here's what we're going to do instead. Awesome. This is why we do this stuff. Don't leave a comment on YouTube. I'm going to go off live now, okay? Here's what we're going to do. I love you all.
Where's my support?
To create a channel, you just have to pay like $2.
Yeah, but it's not. All right, so go to Google Classroom now. Let me change my display settings so you can see what I'm working with here.
Whoa.
All right, so get to Google Classroom. Do that now. Here's what you're gonna do. And I'm guessing what's gonna happen. Again, no administrators told me what we're doing. We're waiting to figure that out. They haven't even said we're gonna cancel school. I just like to be proactive. It's the last day of the quarter. We got nothing better to do, right? So, no. So here's what we're gonna do. Go on Google Classroom. If you're not signed in, what are you doing with your life?
What happened to SpongeBob?
Here's the code. Tom Kenny died. Or not Tom Kenny. Who's the writer? No.
Who's who?
The writer of SpongeBob. Oh my God! Why can't I think of this? He's been dead. Yeah, that's what happened to SpongeBob.
That boy got capped.
You know what? I'll watch SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's great. First 5 seasons are dope. All right, so there's. That looks like one of my K's. This is an H. So I'm gonna get rid of that off the screen. If you haven't logged in, no one will judge you. Okay, but please sign up. It'll help you do reflections. Yeah, big yes.
I'm on my phone.
Adorable. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. If I am gonna do a live stream on a certain day, so like let's pretend it's Friday and I want to get you in the live stream.
She was Friday.
Andre, knock it off. So I like how you turned it down instead of turning it off. That was respectful. Like, oh, sorry, too loud. Yeah, that was the problem. All right. Wow. Respect. All right. So what I'll do is I'll upload the link to the stream, right? And then I will be like, hey, let's do YouTube test check-in, right? Check-in. All right. And the secret word that I want you to comment that'll leave your name will be Corona 2020. How about that? That's today's. So what you're gonna do is go on YouTube and you're gonna post on here a comment, and you can write Corona 2020. Honestly, you can write whatever you want as long as I know it's you. I don't care about attendance so much with these things because like I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. You can watch it in your own time, right? But the school is gonna demand guaranteed that you check in for every class. That way you can give you credit for attending, right? So here's how I'll take attendance, basically, right? You'll go on here and you'll leave a comment with your name at the beginning of class, right? the key is the beginning of class because it's going to timestamp when you comment, right? And that's how I'll know you were there at that time, right? Don't be like, I'm going to leave it 12 days later. That won't do any good because I'll know you posted it 12 days later, right? So somebody leave a comment.
Log in and leave.
Well, then that won't be very good for you. Yeah, leave a comment on Google Classroom. So I'll post the video that we're doing that day, right? The link to the stream. And before you click the stream, you can leave a comment down here to check in. Does that make sense for attendance? So if this were Friday during the Corona scare, right? You would go to here and you'd leave a comment like Landry just did, okay? With the secret word. Or something else, I really don't care, right? First hour said we should have secret words. So you'll do this and then I'll know that you checked in at 10:03, right? And I know you're there for class. Then you'll click the link to go to the live stream and then we'll start class once I think everybody's there or the time to start class has started, right? That's the plan. If you have questions while we're doing the live stream, you should be able to leave comments on the YouTube video. I'm probably going to appoint some people to be moderators to moderate the chat, not just to ban people when they're being ridiculous, okay? Right? But also to kind of coalesce questions. So if I've got 20 people that are asking a question and I'm too busy doing whatever, right, teaching, I'm not looking at the comments, at home I'll have like 12 screens up. You've seen my computers on Instagram, right? I've got like 12 screens, right? So I'll have a screen of comments, but if I'm missing it, I'll have my moderators be like, hey, we got a bunch of questions about this specific thing, and they'll be good to go. Also, they'll make sure that we don't just flood the chat with like stupid spam, right? If you do that, I will kick you out of class, right? And it will count against your grade, right? Because then you're not in attendance anymore, right? Do we see how that works, right? So do that, have all the fun you want for 5 seconds, and then we'll ban you, right? So
That's my one goal.
So that's what we're gonna do. I get notifications on my phone when you log in or leave a comment on Google Classroom, so that'll be fun. Getting constant buzzing. Yeah, I mean it's right there, right? So that will be the plan. Okay, you'll sign in here for attendance purposes. You'll click the link to go to the stream. If you have questions, you'll leave them in Google Comments, right? Actually, wait, you left a comment right on Google Classroom or on the YouTube page, right? But you couldn't because it asked you to make a channel. Okay, if you want to leave a comment, you probably should make a channel. That kind of sucks, but it's super easy to do.
Just use your school account.
School account? Yeah, you can make a YouTube channel with your school account. That's possible. Okay.
Nelk Boys, baby. From the season. You
That'll
know
be
Nelk
fun.
Boys? You should watch them. It's like hard.
Oh, I know what you're talking about,
You would
right?
love them.
Yeah, I got a cowboy hat.
I don't think so.
No? Who are you talking about?
The Nelk Boys.
Okay, I don't know who you're talking about.
They lived in Kansas.
You would love
Canada.
They're
They
hilarious.
just party and make pranks.
One guy with like the cowboy hat, not right? He doesn't wear like the red cowboy hat. The Calgary Flames fans.
No, they're
Canucks.
that.
Oh, interesting. I'll check them out. They must be new. I've never heard of
They're
them.
someone new.
Never heard
They
of
just
them.
do public pranks and stuff. And they're
That's
hilarious.
cool. Yeah, rest in peace hockey season. Suspended.
Who
Right?
cares?
Oh, this guy does. All right, back-to-back championships, man.
Delmar.
So, questions on that plan and how it's gonna work.
They have a
Does that make
coronavirus.
sense? Is that simple
I don't know
enough?
if we got them on
Okay,
there.
I feel like I'm overestimating your ability to click a link
So funny.
and type it and hit enter. Okay, no. Get that out of here. Yeah, Corona. All right. So,
Peyton, put him in quarantine.
cool. So that'll be the plan. Sign in here, and then get on the live stream, and then watch the class. If I have assignments, I'll post them on Classroom. So if we have a packet that's going to be helpful to go through, I'll have that on there. If you want to turn something in, you can write it all down if you don't have a printer, and then screenshot it, and then send it to me, whatever you want to do. Do you know how to post grades or like turn stuff in on Classroom? Yeah. You do? Like actual assignments? Okay, cool. So I won't go over that with you guys. Are you good with that, Jess? You know what's going on there? Okay, awesome. All right. Then I won't go over that with you guys, but that'll be the plan. If I have any handmade notes or whatever, I'll put them up on Classroom as well. That's where we'll have our central hub, and that'll be the plan. You feel like that covers pretty much everything? Okay. Yeah. For SAT prep, I'll talk with the math department about that. I'd like to, if I'm able to, I will. If not, there's plenty of videos on YouTube already that are SAT. You know what I mean? Like with me versus some other dude, it doesn't matter. No. I mean, you like me, right? But like, we'll see. Right? In theory. Okay. No comment. But yeah, that'll be the plan.
Our secret should have been blue stuff.
Wow. You got the whole gang laughing. Wow. All right, so, exactly.
The SpongeBob.
So, all right, so, it's just your style, man. Red's your color.
You got
Red stars. What you think?
Yeah.
Or is that not it? What happened to the red stars one?
Got rid of it.
When?
It was all scratched.
When?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? What are you talking about? You gotta ask me. Wow, what kind of phone case was it for? You still got it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, your old one? Oh no, you have an iPhone. You have an iPhone. Hook your boy up. Look at this case, it's falling apart. Okay?
Hey Mac, I got an Isaiah Thomas.
Recycle. Oh my god, don't you?
Is that an iPhone 6?
I think it is, yeah.
I got a LeBron case too.
The LeBron case?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You not know who LeBron is?
I know who LeBron is. He makes cases.
No, there's a phone case with him on it.
Cool.
If it's an iPhone 6. What? No basic.
Alright, so that'll be the plan.
Yeah,
Can everybody subscribe and hit the notification bell so they get notifications when the live stream starts? Awesome. In a perfect world, we would start class later. Like my first hour, I wouldn't want to make them be here at 8, right? Because you guys should just get to sleep in. If the school decides to do regular bell schedules, right? Listen to me, listen to me. I know. But I'm not charged. Okay? Right. I know you guys can go sign in and then go doze off, right? That's fine. I personally don't care because the grade you're going to get for attendance is going to be way less than the grade for quizzes, right? So personally, I don't care, right? Okay? But the school's going to care. So ideally, I'd like to encourage you guys to show up to my class. And I know if it's at 8 o'clock or whatever, you're probably not going to be there. So ideally, I'd like to do all geometry at the same time at some point later in the day. But here's the problem. If I choose to do it at like noon, anybody that has a class at noon that is not my class, right, and the other teacher's running on the bell schedule, right, won't be able to attend that. Does that make sense? So if I can get everybody on board with some kind of something like that, which is going to be way too hard to do, right, it's not going to happen, right, nobody's going to be able to decide on this. We're going to probably run on the bell schedule, right, but if I can find a way to make that work for you guys, I will. Worst case scenario is you sign in, go back to sleep, and then watch the video, right? That's worst case scenario. But probably what I'll have to do, both for my job, because they're going to want me to do this, right, and for you guys, is I'm going to have to do a live stream for every single class, which is going to be a giant waste of time. Now, if you think that's a giant waste of time, it's stupid. Think about all of you guys that come in to review with me, and I literally do the same review I recorded in class the first time, right? So you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? If you think that's dumb, then you should think it's really dumb that you guys come in and spend time with me instead of just watching the review. However, I know none of you are going to do it, right? You're all going to come see me and ask, I need questions, right? And at the same time say, e-learning is going to be great. But yet say, well, I can't watch the video normally because I need the teacher there to help, right? So e-learning is not going to be everything it's cracked up to be. It's not going to be the best thing in the world, but it's not going to be so bad because I'm going to have this stuff, okay? It's going to be okay.
Nobody's gonna watch.
It's going to be okay. I don't care. I'm going to give the same quizzes. It's the same thing just like class, right? That's not my problem. That is not my problem. In fact, it's even less my problem now because if e-learning you're not watching, I literally can do nothing about it. I love it. It's great, right? It's free will, and literally no one could possibly blame me, even though they'll find a way to, right? Everyone does. That's how kids work, right? It's somehow my fault every time. And it's because I gave you free will. Whoa. SpongeBob live stream every Friday.
It stinks.
Oh, whatever. I'm ending the stream.